Hi everyone, there is a trending post on social media, Reddit, where one person has said that his brother, who was working with a top IT company in India, was given only 20 minutes to decide. The decision was whether you want to retire or whether you want to get fired or terminated. And the post says that his brother worked in this company for more than 30 years. So can you imagine you working in a company for 30 years and then you are given only 20 minutes to decide whether you want to retire or whether you want to get fired? Now, while this post seems a lot more dramatic or melodramatic, the reality may be a little different from what is mentioned. We don't know that because the company has clearly declined the claims made in this post. But it brings us to a very important topic. What if we are in this situation? Because this happens to a lot of people where they are forced to resign. So the question is, what will I do or what will you do if you were just given 20 minutes to make this decision? The decision is either you quit yourself or we will fire you. Now, while this can happen to anybody depending on the current market scenario, but most people still think that it will not happen to them, right? We always think this will not happen to me. This happened with this guy because of several reasons, but my position is very strong. My relationship with my manager is very good, or the kind of work I do is really appreciated, and this will never happen to me, or at least this will not happen to me in the near future. That is what we keep telling ourselves. And in your case, you might be true. But this video is for people who think slightly, even if there is a slight chance that this can happen with you, then few basic things that you need to do. I've already spoken about some of these things, which is having your resume ready. I get emails from people who have not changed their jobs for 15 years. I get emails from people who have not prepared their resume for 10 years. So believe me, there are people out there who have not updated their resume for 8 years, 5 years, 10 years. So there is definitely a need to push these people so that they at least get the basic resume done. So please do that if you have not done it already. After you do that, take the same content, update your LinkedIn profile, update your Naukri profile or any other job portal that you are going to use. Okay, please do that. If you don't do that, that adds to the work which you will have to do after you land into this situation. And believe me, in this kind of a situation where you are asked to resign or you are going to get fired, it's a lot of panic. So it is better that you update your resume and your LinkedIn and be ready. Okay, so that's the basic thing that all of us should do. Now, the next important thing is when you get into such scenario, first thing you should ask to the HR is, can I get more time? Tell them you need more time to make this important decision. If you were not informed about this earlier, then you have all the more reason to be very strong and say, I've been working in this company for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and I cannot take this decision in 20 minutes. You should have given me some heads up. You should have told me that this was coming. Please allow me some time. Please allow me at least a day or at least 2 days, right? Start to negotiate. So don't go and point blank say, no, I'm not going to resign or you can terminate me. Don't get into that fight. Don't become emotional. Buy more time. That is the first thing you should do. Ask them for a week. If they can't give you a week, ask them for 2 days. If they can't give you 2 days or 3 days, ask them for a few hours. So negotiate. Negotiating is very important. Then once you have bought some time, then start to make some phone calls. Call somebody whom you really trust in that company. If you have worked in the same company for many years and if you know some senior people, call them. Ask them for their advice and then ask them for their help. There are high chances that they will not be able to help you directly, but there is nothing wrong in asking. And then ask them for advice. What are your options and what you should do? Because in each company, the policies are a little different. And how do you negotiate and how do you work within those policies? Somebody senior can actually tell you. So call them. Irrespective of whether they work in delivery, whether they work in corporate, whether they work in HR, admin, wherever. Ask senior people for help or advice. Okay, please do that. Now, let's say you talk to these people and nothing happens. Then you come back and whenever next time you have that dialogue with the HR, after a few hours or after a few days, then you ask for a few things. One thing that you definitely need to ask for is what kind of relieving letter or experience letter are you going to give me? What will be mentioned on it? Because it is better to get a clean exit than to get terminated. Why? Because if they give you a termination letter, and on that termination letter, if they mention some reason which is like bad performance or misconduct or something of that sort, then it becomes a lot more difficult to use that termination letter and find another job. So it is better to get a clean exit. So please ask them, what kind of relieving letter or experience letter are you going to issue me, and what will be mentioned on that? Okay, so request them to tell you that particular part. Then another thing which you should definitely ask them is, what kind of severance pay are you giving me, or are you giving me the notice period pay? Ask them about the specific amount. Ask them about the policy. Even before you get into the meeting, go to your company's website and read the policy, the termination policy or separation policy or notice period policy. Please go and read that before you have that discussion. Sometimes they give you severance pay of 3 months, sometimes they give you notice period pay of 3 months, but is it like full pay or is it just the basic, right? So you need to get into those kind of details. Now, once you've spoken about this, then you ask about insurance. Okay, sometimes some companies give you extended medical benefits. Okay, so ask for that. If I was you, I will also ask for one more thing, which is I will tell them, can you give me leave without pay? Okay, so rather than asking me to quit immediately, can you give me a few days of leave without pay, or can you give me time to use my leaves? If I have leave balance which is already available on my account, can I use these leaves, or can you give me leave without pay so that my end date, instead of happening today or tomorrow, happens after 2 weeks? Okay, which gives me time to settle down, look at my own finances, and look for another job. All right. After doing this, another thing which you should check about is, does the company provide any learning assistance, any job search assistance? Okay. Sometimes they give employees resume surveys or career development coaching surveys and stuff like that. So please talk to them and find out if the company has partnership with anybody who can help you create your resume, who can help you with learning new skills. If there are free courses, if you can use the license of your company while you're still going to work over there for the next few days. So please utilize that. And then most important is also take care of your documentation. Anything related to salary slips, Form 16, appraisal letters, performance reviews, documentation, please take all of that download, because sometimes in this kind of situations we forget to take this documentation with us. Any certifications which you've got from the company are also important. You should carry them with you. Sometimes before leaving, it is good to ask for testimonials or references or recommendations. So you may want to reach out to your boss or to your senior leader or to somebody who's on the client side if possible, and if allowed, ask them for any recommendation that they can give you or any testimonial or feedback that they can give you about your work. It is okay to get it on an email. You just need that screenshot of what other people have to say about you, or you can use LinkedIn and tell them, I will send you a recommendation request on LinkedIn. Can you write something about me over there? So all these are things which you should do before you quit. So what happens is, when somebody puts you under pressure and says, can you decide whether you are going to resign on your own or whether we should fire you in the next 30 minutes, it puts you under a lot of pressure. So why I shared all these things with you is so that you can make notes of all these things and you start to prepare, solve these things. Okay. So this is like a preparation for the worst case scenario. I am not saying that you are going to face all these problems. I'm just saying be prepared for the worst. And there's nothing wrong in getting prepared for that. In most cases, the situation of somebody reaching out to you and asking you to resign in 20 minutes is not going to happen all of a sudden. You will get a lot of feedback. You will get a lot of signals. You will get a lot of heads up before that meeting happens. So nothing happens overnight. Usually corporates have a process where they tell employees what is coming their way. It is not just going to be abrupt, but sometimes if it becomes abrupt, then use whatever I just told you in this video to buy some time and then take the necessary action. So that's it in this video. I hope you found this useful and have made notes. If you have further questions, please drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to read and respond to them. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And before you log off, please hit the like button and the hype button, because it helps the video to reach the right people. And I will see you in the next video soon. Take care and bye for now.